Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Kevin Tate, and the name of today's video is Lancer Chiller Bar Gun System Not Cooling Diagnosis. So I'm basically going to go through a video clip of a Lancer chiller unit. It's a Model 500. And the issue with this unit was that it was not it was not cooling, and it was recently installed. It's a older unit, couple of years. I think it was 2022, manufactured in 2022. So it's a few years old, but it was recently installed, and the customer put in a call that the chiller was not cooling the product at all. And there was a service call to this unit before I got out there, and the technician that went there before me, he was only able to diagnose that there was an issue with the compressor, but he really didn't go any further. Um, I don't think he was yeah, refrigeration certified, so he really wasn't able to help the customer out any further than that. So I ended up going out there to the site, and I wanted to share this with you because it could be something that you could possibly run into on these. These units are used in a lot of nursing homes, rehab centers, fire departments, police departments, car dealerships. There there's a lot of these models that are out there. So I figured this would be some pretty good information just to go over. And I'll show you what I found. But as you can see, I already have the unit operational right now. The compressor is on. You can tell by the condenser fan. It's going, and I'm allowing it to go ahead and cool down. So what I'm trying to see is it cooling down at all? All of my uh, tests, as you can see, it's a sealed system. Um, but this was the best way to be able to get it started, and then go ahead and put my thermometer on there to see if it is actually cooling, or if it is an apparent issue with the right here. Let me show you this right here. This is what I found. As you can see right around here, like, hopefully you can make out my cursor there. But right around the top of this is a start capacitor, and right around the top here you can see it's a little burn mark right up here. So that caught my eye first thing. So then I went ahead, shut down the unit, unplugged it, disconnected the capacitor, removed it from the bracket, and then I went ahead and discharged it. You really should discharge the capacitors before you take any measurements or work on it at all. Just on a safety note, just be sure that you discharge your capacitor. If you're not familiar with discharging the capacitor, you can go into the playlists on this channel, and you can see there are some videos in the playlist for properly discharging a capacitor. But what I did was I went ahead and I disconnected and everything, and took the readings on this capacitor, and it's supposed to be between 176 microns. I'm sorry, 176. Yeah, so correction, I didn't mean microns, I meant microfarads. Um, but this was well below the 176 microfarads. It its range, it has a range between 176 microfarads to 210 microfarads, and this was way below 176. It was around 42, 50 microfarads around there. So I basically had to um, see about replacing this capacitor just because of the damage, and then because it was uh, lower than the standard manufacturer's reading. So I feel better going ahead and replacing that part than I would just leaving it in there. I left it in there temporarily because it was able to get it running for now and start cooling, as you'll be able to see in the video. It is running and it is cooling, but I will be going back to replace that capacitor. Everything else in the refrigeration system seemed good. I did have to clean up the condenser coil a little bit and get that clear. But right here, I wanted to show you. This is the part of the reason why. Well, this was the main reason why this chiller wasn't freezing down. Um, right here, there's four lines that you can see. There's four stainless steel lines going down into the water bath. There's four lines like that going down into the water bath. You can't see it very well right now, but the inlet line is on this bottom section of the screen, and that's where the water goes in at, and then the tank is supposed to be full of water. But what I found was that the tank was empty. It was never filled. So that's a mistake that some technicians do tend to make on installing these. They think that it's going to um, they realize that it has water coming into it, but that's coming from one of the other water lines. The water that's coming out of the nozzles. That doesn't mean that your tank is full. So this tank needs to be full, and then it needs to have time to go ahead and allow the compressor to run and chill the water in the water bath, because that's what's going to create the the cool the coldness in the system to keep the syrup cold. Okay, because this system is not running off of CO2. So when those syrup lines are in this underneath this water bath, and there's like a cold plate in that water bath that those lines sit under. So with all of the coolness or that freezing in that water bath, that's going to keep those lines cold, where the customer would, really see the difference once you get it going. So that is a main thing that you want to watch out for on these 500s. If you ever have a call of not cooling or something like that, a good thing to do is to take the top off, go to the back. There's an open space right between the where the condenser coil is at and the machine itself, and you'll be able to see down in that opening. You'll use a flashlight, and you'll be able to see in there if there's any water in there. And the other thing too, with these 500s is they have a circulate pump. It's a pump that sits in that tank, and when it's full of water, that pump is constantly circulating the water in there. And if it's running, the problem with this car was that it was left the the circulate pump and con- the compressor were left running with no water in the tank. So that's why they ran hot. They both ran hot because when I got on site, it was very hot. The water pump was really hot, hot to the touch. So um, the compressor was hot as well. And of course, it's going to run like that because there's no cooling going on. So they're constantly running, and there's no water in there for them to cool down and release that heat. So that was the main thing that was going on there. So, like I said, once I got that tank filled up, it ran fine. And right there, you could see the four lines. There's like a U a U bend in one of those lines, and that's for that water to circulate. Um, and then this line is the outlet line. This is your inlet line. This is your outlet line, and your outlet line is going looping down here and going into the bar gun module. Uh, this system is a chiller system, and it works off of a bar gun system. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And I have my thermometer in the tank itself. Right here, I'm just letting you see the data plate. You can see that's a 500 model, and it's made by Lancer. And these are very good systems. But the thing is it's not going to do any good running without any water in that tank. And right here, I'm just showing you the bar gun system. And sometime I do plan in the future to do a few videos on troubleshooting these bar gun systems also, and also brixing the bar gun system. So look out for those videos. I should be, getting into that in a short amount of time. I'll get around to it. I'm just moving a few things around to make room for the bar gun. So I got everything hooked up, and I'm just taking a look at the bar gun itself. And let me just show you. For those of you who may not be aware of the bar gun, this is a M4 model. Um, and you have like flavors up here. Um, and not all the time do the letters that are on these data plates, these plates here, not all the time do they match up with what the flavor is. So you could have like a L here, and it could be a grape flavor or something. It depends on how it was set up initially. But this one, these up here would be like your say a lime or a limeade or a ginger ale or a Gatorade or something like that up here. Then you have your water. There are some guns that are set up with two waters buttons, and one water would be just plain water, and the other water would be like a carbonated water. But on this one, you have about eight flavor buttons on here, and a water button. And then over here, all of your flavors are on the left side of this bar gun. You have apple, cranberry, and orange flavor right here. So they only have three flavors hooked up. They could have more, as you can see with these blank ones right here. They could have more flavors there too. So I just wanted to show that to you. That's the bar gun handle. And right here, I just want to show you, this is something to look out for if you ever do PMs on these systems, is check the nozzle, and you want to take that nozzle off. That nozzle twists and pulls off, and you want to let that soak in some cleaner sanitizer, as you're doing other things, as you're if you're doing a PM on this system. You would want to remove that nozzle and clean that nozzle up, sanitize it, and the inside of the nozzle as well. You can see it's pretty gunked up from the syrup and stuff, so it's a good thing to keep up on the PMs on these. And right there, my temperature right now is 50. When I put my thermometer in, it was around 65, 66 degrees. So it's going down, and it's got to have time to freeze. But while I'm waiting for it to freeze down, I'm doing other things. So this is, just an example of how you can do multiple things on a job and not really have to take that long, because while this is freezing down, I can go ahead and sanitize the bar gun. I can clean and sanitize the bar gun. I can go ahead and clean the condenser coil in the back, and empty the water out of the air compressor if it's using an air compressor. Some of these do not use it, but there are many that do. So right now it's at 50 degrees, and this is the inside of that, the inner part of that bar gun. See how gunked up that is? So that also, I'm gonna put that in sanitizer. Just the this section right here, this top section. Gonna put that into cleaner sanitizer. Use a little brush, clean it off, and then wipe it down good. This is all stuff that you would do during a PM. You see, it gets pretty gunked up. See, I got my cleaner sanitizer bucket right there, so I could just sit the top of the handle right down in there, let it soak while I'm doing other things, and then I can clean it off once I'm ready to go back and use it. And that's the nozzle cover, all cleaned up and drying. And right now I'm down to 46 degrees. So gradually going down, I'm just going to keep letting it go. And now, while that's still cooling, freezing down, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the syrups are pouring, that they're dispensing properly. Um, at times, during PMs, I'll even bricks the flavors, and I will do a separate video on that as well. Um, Doing a bricks on these. And then I just test the temperature just to see, if it's going down. This one right here, it was sitting for a little bit, but it's giving me a reading of like 59, and it's still, the tank is still freezing down. So now we're at 44 degrees, so I'm just letting it go down gradually. But still, this is a good test for the checking out the chiller. Right here, I think my camera messed up a little bit, so excuse that. There we go. Now, now as you can see, it's at 29 degrees, which is excellent, you know. So it's down to, 28, 29 degrees. It's dispensing properly. The bricks levels are good on it, and now it's cooling. So that is a quick overview on the Lancer 500 model chiller machines. And like I said, these machines are great. They work off of a bar gun system. And if you ever have an issue where you get a call that the chiller's not freezing or something like that, on these systems, on these 500 systems, the best thing to look for first would be to pull it out some so you can get to the back, and then look down in that slot in the back behind the condenser coil, and see if the water bath is empty. If that water bath is empty, you're gonna want to fill that water bath first, and then allow it to go ahead and freeze down. And that's all I have on this. I thank you all for joining me. I'd like to shout out all of the channel members and the website members. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and comment on this video, and let me know if it was helpful. Thank you all. Take care. Stay well.